to Cape Palmer, mountain back to Atlantic Ocean, upon me hills to Pocondre, to educate, elevate, and promote. Yeah, focus on Liberia, for Liberia, Liberia, for Liberia, yeah. From Monday to Sunday, from Monday to Sunday, it's focus on Liberia. Talk about home affairs, in diaspora, current affairs, reliable information, history, talking about culture, politics, education, entertainment, business, sports, advertisement, articulation. Focus on Liberia. Focus on Liberia. Focus on Liberia. From
At Focus on Liberia, we discuss everything Liberia, from education to politics, arts and culture, entertainment, agriculture, history, religion, family, and technology. Focus on Liberia uncovers and showcases the best of Liberia and shows the world the truth about Liberia. We educate, elevate, and promote all things Liberia. We conduct interviews, panel discussions, debates, and more. Tune in to Focus on Liberia on Facebook and YouTube and be a part of the stories that make up the news.
This is Focus on Liberia.
And I am Michael Padmore. Thank you for joining us this morning. This is Focus on Liberia's news as it happens. We plan to be there. We plan to be present. So therefore, join us and let's do this together. I'm joined by our reporter in the field today, Sir Mbayo. How are you this afternoon, sir? How are you?
I'm fine. I'm very
Awesome. Okay. So can you give us just a little bit of what's going on? Where are you right now, and what are we holding pattern for?
Again, good afternoon. Welcome to Focus on Liberia. I'm Sarah Castle, Mario Jr. This afternoon, we are at the CDC party headquarters in Congo Town, Monrovia, Liberia, following a crucial invasion release by the court asking for the Liberian National Police to back up the invasion process after the ruling of the court between the CDC and their landlord Dempster. Today, the CDC chairman in person of Augusta Jangako is expected to respond to the invasion exercise if following the court asking the police to back the landlord of CDC headquarters Dempster to invade the citizens from his property after court ruling. So we are here at the party headquarters. Chief, you will join us because we're going to roll through. So let's talk a bit about the CDC headquarters. Yesterday, the Secretary General of CDC appears on the Freedom FM, where he talked about the party headquarters. CDC has been here for little over 2 decades now, from 2011 till present, after that 6 year in government, and now they are in the oppositions again. They have been here for no more year. We just see the arrival of Representative Frank Safoko of District Number 9, Mosurado County, one of the party executives, just arrived for this important press conference today. And yesterday, after the appearance of CDC Secretary General Jefferson Kochi, the former president and political leader of CDC, His Excellency George Mene, we are shared via WhatsApp status or blueprint of our newly designed CDC party headquarters to be built before the 2029 elections.
Wow. Yeah, I did come across that picture. I came across several pictures, but I did come across that picture. That was very interesting. A lot of people were a little confused why, after 6 years in power, nothing was built. And now that they're out of power, something was going to be built. But that remains to be seen. We're very interested to hear what Chairman Janga Kowal have in terms of where the CDC is headed. Do we know if former President Weah is in country and if he might be joining the press conference?
No, from all indication, the former president is yet to arrive in country. Of just yesterday, he shared a photo of him and Africa's president. So I'm sure he is still in Africa's, having some discussion for the growth and development of their party.
Okay. All right. So please follow along. Please share the video. And momentarily here, the press conference will be entering the area for the press conference, and hopefully we'll start. It should have started at 2:00. We are beating on 2:30 right now. It hasn't started yet, but we're hopeful that it will start here pretty soon.
So just before we can go in, a militant of the CDC want to send out a message. Let's hear from him. Just
absolutely.
They are waiting because the battleground of the political party has started already. The chairman is already in. They are waiting other party stakeholders to begin the press conference. Good afternoon, Chief. How are you?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Tell us, your party is about to be invaded anytime soon by the Liberia National Police. As a militant and cadre of this party, where you stand?
Thank you. My name is Robert Political Slada Mbamove, First Chief of Administration at the 12th CDC Youth League Montreal County. Now, the Secretary General of our party has spoken. He has given a clear message call here today, and our party chairman come to say a clear message as it relates to what we stand. When Mr. Bwaka thinks that he can invade or use political means to weaponize the coup, and then we are waiting. But all we can say, Mr. Bwaka should focus on the report that just came from the U.S., America, as it relates to the violation of human rights. Gregor Common should be focused on the gross violation of our people, police brutality, corruption, and other things like the state. Instead of focusing on the CDC, because the CDC is not going anywhere. The CDC is here to stay. The CDC is here to stay to execute its mandate for the Liberian people. And the CDC will emerge to power. But what we are saying is about the economic hardship on the people. When Mr. Baga, the hardship on the people and want to focus on CDC, fine, it's that with him. But the people understand that the party is there, the structure is debating. The structure does not define the party. The party is in the anthropology of the people, in the DNA of the people. When you went to Solomon community, you ask the people will not tell you, say, which party headquarters CDC shit together. People will tell you, say, there's a high cost of living, unemployment, against the racism, a high increase of justice in the country. They will not tell you about which party headquarters. And the matter of fact, Mr. Bwaka and the Union Party, after spending 12 years in government of our state, and when in opposition, they were invaded for not paying rent, being reckless and irresponsible for not paying rent. Their case is taken for hours, and the Liberian people They don't see which party, which head of they occupy, even though they went on prosecuting a two-bedroom apartment and they occupy it, disturbing commuters on the street. But yes, the brain people voted into power. So it does not matter which party headquarters. But the chairman, who is the official spokesperson of the party, is above to give a clear marching order as it relates to what we stand.
What if the chairman says that we should be loyal about it, and when the police join the Dempster to invade his property, we should not retaliate. You guys should remain very peaceful and allow the invasion process to go. Will you guys abide by the chairman orders?
The chairman is the official spokesperson of the party. As we said, we are waiting the mandate from the chairman. Anything he says, we told you at the tendency of because I said this party is a democratic party. This party believes in the rule of law, and our standard bearer is the bastions of democracy and peace. It has a peaceful nature in him. So we respect everything that the police, that the chairman will say, and we implement what he will say. But the only thing we get tell Mr. Bwaga and Greg Kokomo, when you think removing CDC from party from this party, it's just an easy thing, then you can come, you're welcome. You're welcome to come.
Thank you so much. So you're listening to him. If you think removing CDC from here is just an easy thing, you're welcome to come. But again, after CDC have paid 420,000 to Dempster, the owner of this property, he asked the court. He still asked the court to have the CDC invaded. With this legal standing, the chairman of CDC is a lawyer. The chairman of CDC is a lawyer. He understands legal battles so much. With all of these controversial issues surrounding the removal of CDC, many people term it as political. Remember when CDC were in power, UP was invaded from the party headquarters for not paying their rents or their dues as well. Now CDC pays all of their rent, but this property have been in court since 2016 from the Benaz family now to Dempster. There are several cases involving or surrounding this particular land. Who right after this case dropped from the court, there are another case to open the Supreme Court. From case drop to case open, this is how this land been from Rock of Ages since CDC been occupying this space. So now today again in oppositions, they're about to be invaded. This is the second time if CDC will be invaded from this land. This will be the second time. I can remember far back 2011, 2012, 2014 when they were in opposition at a crucial stage. They were also invaded from here and they left this land for about 1 or 2 years and then returned here at the same spot. But sadly, upon that return in 2023, they built a vocational school. This building you are seeing here is a vocational school. You remember it's a Muna Tech named in memory of Muna Youngblood, one of the party stalwart, the of District Number 9, Rado County. This vocational school was named in memory of her. And look at this gigantic building also placed here. Also been informed that the Secretary General of the party resides here. He built a building behind the party headquarters. Also, so what are they losing? I don't know why, but they are losing so much if they will leave this party headquarters.
Okay. Yeah, that's how it looks like right now. The question that everybody would want CDC to answer is why didn't you purchase this land long time ago, back in 2017, 2018, when so many of your members were in the government and receiving regular salary. Wow, it's a big place, man. It's a big place. Okay, so there's the CDC headquarters. There's the Mona Tech that is also built on that grounds right there. And I mean, the CDC headquarters is massive. And there are even buildings in the back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So So there you have it. There you have it. So we are waiting the start of the press conference. The chairman is already at the headquarters. He arrived a short time ago. The battle cry has started, and so we're just awaiting now the beginning of the press conference to bring it to you live here on Focus on Liberia. In the field,
So,
we have.
we already
Go
making
ahead.
our way in now.
Yes, definitely. Go ahead. And we understand it will get a little loud. That's totally fine. I think we've explained what's going on to the people. So once we get in that area where the battle cry is and things get loud, it'll be okay. We'll flow with the broadcast as things go.
Thank you. Time is fast spent. We want to quickly recognize the presence of members of the Fourth Estate that have come to grace this all-important press conference. We want to recognize the presence of all members of the Auxiliary Network, its leadership, members of the Revolutionary National Youth League of the Indomitable Mighty Congress of Climate Change. And we also want to recognize its flag bearer, in extension Emmanuel Boba Johnson. We want to recognize all members of the Women's League. All members of the Women's League led by Adilon Fatou Sare. We want to recognize here the presence of all categories and styles of the People's Party. We want to recognize the Chief of Office Staff, the Office of the State of Bureau, political leader, the mighty conqueror of Climate Change, Honorable Clay. We want to recognize, in a very special way, the young people representative and Adilon, the people's leader, the desk number 9, Honorable friend Sapoko Jr. This is a very strategic and important press conference. We do not intend to hold this stage hostage. You are here for a simple message to citizens and Liberians in general, both in the homeland and those in the diaspora. And this message will be coming from the chairman of our party. But I do not have the capacity, I do not have the ability to usher onto the stage leader of the movement who has been charged with the responsibility by the National Executive Committee and the political leader to deliver a message to citizens and all Liberians in general. Because I do not have that capacity, special president will mount this podium to usher on stage the national chairman of our party. Fellow citizens, sympathizers, and well-wishers, members of the Fourth Estate. I'm honored to invite on stage the man who will introduce the national chairman of our party, a retired student leader. Many refer to him as the face of the fifth or fourth generation on the campuses of the University of Liberia. A man who sacrificed his education, to ensure that today our brothers, our sisters are attending tertiary institutions free of charge. He is the former spokesperson of the Revolutionary National Youth League, and he currently serves as the National Vice Chairperson for Operation and Political Education. I'm honored to turn the microphone over to Adilov Alvin C. Alvin, who will introduce the chairman of our party.
Thank you, comrades, members of the Honor Grand Affairs, fighting forces, distinguished citizens who have been rudely awakened to the monumental contradictions have been paraded by the petty rascals and state gangsters. The petty rascals and state gangsters who are desecrating national leadership and reducing our country's image to child's play. Comrades, permit me to, in extension, recognize Liberia's soon-to-be president by popular will and popular consensus of the dictatorship of the liberal proletariat, the masses of our people. Let's say, Comrade President George Manoia.
People's president.
Let me also, Congress, to recognize the extension, the Irutag Secretary General of our movement, Comrade Jefferson Tamagochi. And all of you, the fighting forces, men and women, who continue to echo the voices of resistance, who continue to echo the voices of protest, who continue to sharpen the contradictions and show that the party's supremacy is perpetuated and represented across the political subdivisions of our country. Comrades, like we said months, years, days ago, that the CDC National Party headquarters is a home of all revolutionaries. And it's a home to all revolutionaries. This place is not just a building, but it represents a shrine. It's a sacred theater where the blood and sweat of Maurice Kumar and Babi Solo that will be spilled in November 7, 2011. So we'll listen to historical Jika fleets, state-sponsored bandits, like Joseph Walker, the last surviving mafia of the whole world. The remnant of the 2 week party come here. They say, once to embrace the historic day, the revolutionary gallantry and resilience of the Democratic Market Coalition. We require the men and women of our great movement to rise in defense of the popular people liberation movement. And that's what we said. That a regime who worries more about an opposition party here for us, rather than thinking about the bread and butter issues of our country, the devastating and damaging U.S. State Department report. Instead of the regime contemplating on the damaging U.S. State Department report, the recurring fiscal crisis, the geopolitical tension, the rising prices of commodities in the country, the overwhelming of drugs in Liberia. Instead of the regime contemplating how she can gobble up and make sure that she represents the masses of people adequately, the regime is parading in arrogance, in pageantry, and pomposity. It is our responsibility, Congress, to defend the revolutionary survival, supremacy, and ideological supremacy of this movement. And we do that without hesitation. As the chairman is about to take a flight, on Georgia human worker, let it be warned that you can take everywhere in this country. You can take a little machine. You can take your master's employer. You can go ahead and take your Lexus because you're comfortable in pageantry, in luxury. But the party headquarters of our movement is a battle zone. Hey yo! So we shall be safe. We have to react upon the multiple political operations that we deliver here by the chairperson of the Technical National Coalition for Democracy. Comrade Adelon, permit me this time now to invite you. This is now your regular press conference. We ask the members of the Folk Estates who are here with us to pay key attention not the regular press conference. Those of you in the diaspora and our people across the country pay key attention. We are not in a glass house. But those who in the glass house that are prepared for those stones, then will be the spiritual gamblers. We will show them that. So the chairperson, the masters of our people, the man who has the mantle of the party, the man who has the final word on history, the man who has the final itinerary. Party. Come and chairperson to you. State is also interested in what you say. What you say here will determine 2029, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, the young people are saying for you. What you say here, if we do surrender, the 2029 will be surrender, Mr. Chairman. But if we push forward, the 2029 will be when we there won by the popular people movement on the bottom of the coalition for so we are all ears. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Man down. Man down. Man down. Man down. Respond to the Santo Where to? Speak to the masses of our people. Say you. So you listen to having the wisdom to the chairman saying that whatever
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Comrade Francis Foucault. Comrade Francis Foucault, the youthful representative of District Number 9, Most Brother County, distinguished leaders of the party here present, distinguished leaders of the party here present, members of the Fourth Estate. We have assembled here once again today to throw light on the troubling developments in Liberia as it pertains to what we see as the abuse of judicial discretions, which have the propensity to undermine the peace and stability of the country. I will proceed to read from our prepared text of a release. The Congress for Democratic Change reiterates its unwavering commitment to the rule of law. This is a principle it upholds critically as a former ruling party and a key stakeholder in Liberia's collective well-being. Over the last 1 year, the CDC has engaged in negotiations with the owners of the property hosting its national headquarters. The location the CDC has occupied and invested in for more than 2 decades, for more than 20 years, to secure its budgets. These discussions culminated in a right of first refusal offered to the CDC in 2024, which the party duly accepted. However, when the CDC sought to conduct standard due diligence inquiries regarding the property, the landlord reacted with hostility, abruptly initiating an illegal evasion attempt through the civil law court at the Temple of Justice in 2024. The CDC, being duly cognizant of its rights under the law, challenged this illegal action by filing a bill of information with the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia, which in May 2025 ruled in favor of the CDC, affirming its legal tendency under the entire state of Matos Tokofi Benin, represented by Mr. Ibrahim Van Dempster. Following this ruling in favor of the CDC by the Supreme Court of Liberia, the CDC formally notified the estate of Matos Tokofi Benin of its readiness to exercise its right of first refusal, as previously offered and accepted. Instead of proceeding with the lawful sale of the property hosting the CDC headquarters, the estate acted in bad faith, issuing a 1-week eviction notice to the CDC on June 2, 2025, demanding the CDC to vacate its headquarters of 20 years. This action violated the binding agreement of offer and acceptance between the two parties. In response, the CDC filed a suit for specific performance at the Civil Law Court Temple of Justice, seeking judicial enforcement of the sale contract. Shockingly, regarding George W. Smith dismissed the CDC case for specific performance without hearing its mandate. Shockingly, the presiding judge, George W. Smith, dismissed the CDC case without hearing its mandate for further violating section 11.2D of Liberia's Civil Procedure Law. The same court and the same judge entertained a suit in summary proceeding for property recovery, while the CDC pending case remained at the same Civil Law Court unresolved. The CDC motion to dismiss on ground of pendency and its subsequent right of certiorari filed with the Chief of Justice of Honor C.N. Clinton Johnson were both denied. These serious denials, without due consideration of the legal merits of the CDC case and arguments, constitute a gross abuse of judicial discretion, undermining the rule of law in the Republic of Liberia and threatening Liberia's democratic stability. The CDC has announced appeals to the Honorable Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia in both their specific performance and summary proceeding cases. The bill of exceptions for these two cases have been duly prepared and approved by George Smith and the CDC team of legal experts is finalizing the appeal process at the Supreme Court of Liberia in line with the law in this jurisdiction. Additionally, the CDC takes a deeply troubling, the CDC takes notes of a deeply troubling directive in George Smith's ruling, the unprecedented order mandating the Liberian National Police intervention.
Reaction to everything I say.
Rather than using the court sheriff in line with the laws and the practice in this jurisdiction. Because this is a civil property case. This departure from standard judicial procedures raises serious concern about judicial impartiality and the potential prejudice against the Congress for Democratic Change. While the CDC remains steadfast in its respect for the rule of law, it unequivocally condemns arbitrary judicial action and overreach that jeopardizes fairness and equity. As the party works toward a lawful resolution of this matter at the Honorable Supreme Court, it urges all partisans to remain calm and patient. In preparation for all contingencies, as we expect that the appeal at the Supreme Court could go either way, the CDC is in the process of making arrangement for an orderly transition to a new national headquarters in the event where all our legal options have been exhausted. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. So I think we've listened to the press statement that was issued by the Congress of Democratic Change through its national chairman, Janga Gosko. So we entertain maximum 5 questions for members of the press, and your questions should be in the confinement of what was read by the chairman on behalf of the People's Party. So you can raise your hand, you'll be recognized, state your name and the institution you work for, and proceed strictly to asking your question. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Honorable Chairman. My name is Asen Merukescato. I report from Insights Nigeria. My question is, quite recently, the Civil Law Code carried out a ruling against the party that there should be an evasion. So what becomes that evasion, sir?
So, like we said in the press statement, the Civil Law Code is in error. Like in 2024, this is not the first time the Civil Law Code is trying to illegally invade the CDC. In 2024, the Civil Law Code again attempted to illegally invade the CDC, and the Civil Law Code did not succeed because the CDC fled to the Supreme Court. Because we know our rights under the law. We are a former ruling party. We govern this country for 6 years. So nobody can violate the rights of the CDC. And that's why last year, the Civil Law Code. So last year, the Civil Law Code attempted. All those things you saw on it's just a replay. It's a replay. And we are challenging because we know the legal process. And when we have exhausted all of the legal remedies available to us, we will work for our national headquarters because we are the party for the rule of law. But until all of those remedies are exhausted, we remain at the national headquarters.
Thank you.
I'm Jonathan Freeman from the Manifest newspaper. As a renowned attorney at law, your statement of appeal to the Supreme Court full bench and some of the statements you made, they presupposes that you don't trust the judiciary for sure. This is the case. Interfering, do you foresee interfering from the level of the presidency? Always the judiciary sometimes has been robbed or racking on the wall. And you announce a party headquarters to be if efforts by the CDC have been exhausted.
So, I repeat, if we trust the judiciary, we trust the judiciary because we operate under the laws of the Republic of Liberia. We are citizens of Liberia. So when the Civil Law Code, when they sing Civil Law Code, ignore all of the rights of the CDC in 2024 and attempted to illegally invade the CDC, we fled to the Supreme Court, and we still have faith that the Supreme Court will give the CDC justice because the issues are very clear. We do not owe rent. We are not claiming ownership. We are only asserting our right of first refusal, which our landlord duly wrote and granted us. So today, our landlord is saying, no, you cannot get all the right to buy the property. You cannot get all the right to rent. And you see, we have made billions of investment on this property. So the court, and we trust that the Honorable Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia will give the CDC relief. We trust. Because last year, under a lot of pressure, we know the government announced that they want to erase the CDC. So that started in 2024. And we have succeeded in preventing the government from interfering in illegally removing the CDC from here. Negotiation for this property. He's a very good man. He's a very good man.
but he's being played with. The government is tampering with him. We are advising stay out of the political chicanery of the government. Stay out of the political chicanery of the government because we are your tenants. We negotiated. You make conditions before you offer us this place to buy. We satisfy those conditions. And we are still here today waiting to buy the property. And the court, we expect the court will enforce that right.
Man down!
So thank you, Mark Lawrence, you find a report for DMs Liberia. In your last statement, Mr. Chairman, you made mention of time. Do you care to further explicit on the length of time that you are taking the plea for to the landlord of this property? And lastly, do you see this entire process to be a political one?
So we see all of the rush to evade the CDC from its national headquarters because Unity Party lost its headquarters. You see, it's a different scenario with the Unity Party. The Unity Party was not begging to buy its headquarters. The Unity Party was not begging to pay rent for its headquarters. The Unity Party were not in the position to keep their headquarters. They refused to keep it. In the case of the CDC, we are begging this landlord. I traveled to Ghana to meet with him. We negotiated, we sent emissaries, and we reached an agreement before a letter was written granting us the right of first refusal. So we are not a Unity Party. The Unity Party is an irresponsible party that governed the country for 12 years. And not maintain a headquarters. The CDC has been at this headquarters for 20 years. That demonstrates the political stability of the CDC. That demonstrates the maturity of the CDC. Even though in power says yes, we didn't abuse judicial power. We didn't use judicial overreach to take advantage of the owner of this property. Because we believe in the principle of the rule of law. So we're calling the Unity Party government to stay clear. Because you have a country to govern. And as a former ruling party, we know how difficult it is to already govern the country. Do not invite undue chaos.
Thank you very much. My name is Ray Senior, and I report for Vancouver TV. Mr. Chairman, you talked about, in your articulation, you talked about the government in 2024 to invade CDC. Now, the civil law courts are honoring the Liberia National Police to come and invade CDC. And you said that this time around, CDC will not allow it. So if the government insists that they will invade CDC, what will you do? And what's the CDC saying on that?
So like in 2024, so 2025 is a replay of 2024. The same civil law court, the same letter to the police were written in 2024. The same judgment attempt to illegally remove the CDC were also done in 2024. And we think there is a government conspiracy. We are asking the government, stay clear. But it is not in your interest, it's not in the interest of the country. Because the rush, you keep rushing to invade the CDC and you keep making errors. You're not allowing the judicial process. In our opinion, we think the government is exerting undue pressure on the judiciary. And we call on the judiciary to remain steadfast. Because you are the bedrock for the stability of the country. And that's why in 2024, we fled to you. Just the conditions remain the same. In 2024, you attempted to enforce a 2016 ruling that had already been enforced. The civil law court, anybody saying that the civil law court as judge should know, or you should be legally trained enough to know that the 2016 ruling was already enforced. So your attempt to enforce it in 2024, even in the face of the glaring evidence, we found a bit of information, giving you information and you didn't know, because that's the same court. You have the records, but you ignore and wrote the police. Why are you even writing the police? Lenke is civil matter. You writing the police, you involving the executive, you showing that you honor the influence of the executive. Because you got no reason to write the police. In your ruling, In your ruling, you put in the police. In your ruling, in your civil matter. So clear demonstration of judicial indiscretion and impartiality. And we are hopeful. We are hopeful that the Honorable Supreme Court will give CDC relief, because we are not claiming this property as owners. We are expecting our right to first refusal, and we negotiated. It took negotiation. It took satisfying precondition. It took payment of some monies for you to write. We didn't force you to write. You didn't write under duress. We sent emissaries to you in Ghana. Myself flew to Ghana. As party chairman flew to you to Ghana. And we negotiated before your lawyer wrote. So if the court does not take judicial notice of that, then it is in gross error, and we are hopeful that we indicated in our period of exceptions that the Supreme Court will reverse the errors made by the civil law court. That it did in the case of 2024.
So we take the last concern.
So my name is Christopher Bestman, Honorable Chairman, and I report for Inside Liberia. Again, as a renowned attorney at law in this republic, don't you think that this evasion process of your party is in line with the principle of democracy and the rule of law? Follow up to that, you care to disclose to us your party New York headquarters address.
So, our party headquarters address remains here. But to live by the laws of the country and our remedy, we file the accused, and the judge knows that if you have under section 11.2, 1D of the civil procedure law, when we file specific performance, that's what on the same property with the same party, that's what you get the summary proceeding. But because maybe of some influence, just the wrong exercise of judicial discretion, I will bet to you. Because I'm a lawyer, taking on the court. Because you ignore the law of pendency. You heard, you dismiss our summary proceedings, you file appeal, you file motion, you dismiss it, without hearing the merits of the case. That is not possible in Liberia, because Liberia is a country of laws. We know that a 50-50 chance of maintaining the headquarters, either we can lose or win, but we will leave that judgment with the Honorable Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia. We trust the 5 justices will look at the merit of the CDC case. If you consider the investment, even from the side of equity, if you are selling this property, and you selling the property, you know that you are selling the property. So we pay 20 years, we are invested. Naturally, we should have the right of first refusal. Beyond that, you document that you wrote us, giving us that right. So why are you trying to withdraw that right illegally? And that's what we want for you to explain to the court. Why are you withdrawing the right of first refusal? Thank you.
So we can peacefully represent Frank Safoko to provide his program. Now we see we can pitch in represent South Focus. We want to pitch in we the press conference over we're hoping to pitch in representing the French South Focus. We are running the office of the chairman already. What is that, man? What name for the party? What?
The party?
Yes.
The party is the party of peace. It's celebrated in a country. The thing that Braga looking for, he will get it.
What are you looking for?
Oh, he's looking for Kera. He's looking for Kera, and he will get it.
You will kill Braga?
No, I will not kill Braga.
I go okay.
Yeah.
Braga,
He not right to the people. But he said we get angry with him. We tired of it. We are not our complaint. Because we pay.
Are you people living in the party? So, so if you take it for you, so more take it for you, all you go, you know where to go. I'm waiting for you. Y'all be here. We're able to pinch out the injustice on the side. So, from studio, we fight more. From studio.
Rockefeller Brown, please come at the DJ booth. 1, 2. 1, 2.
And that was the voice of the CDC chairman. This is how we will come to an end of this press conference. But just before we come to our end, let's just jump back to the studio.
Go right ahead, sir.
Yes. So you listening to the chairman, and he asked that all citizens remain calm as they file another appeal to the Supreme Court to hear the case between them and their landlord.
Awesome. Yeah, it was a very interesting. It was a very interesting press conference. We didn't know what to expect, and there's a lot of things we heard that we didn't even know that that indeed that they are filing with the Supreme Court, and they're going to wait to hear from the Supreme Court. Most likely, there's going to be a file for an injunction to go ahead and hold all proceedings until the Supreme Court rules, and nobody knows when that will be. Also, very interesting, very interesting. So we're viewing. This is the back, right? This is the back of the CDC headquarters. Yes. Okay, so we are viewing the back of the CDC headquarters right now. There you have it. Man, there are several buildings out here. Very peculiar. Okay, so we'll be following other news today, and we'll bring that to you. But for now, we would like to come to the end of today's broadcast here at the CDC headquarters, where the Chairman Janga Kawa, gave a press conference calling on citizens everywhere to remain calm and to allow the court process to continue. Thank you so much, sir. We'll see if we can follow up on any future press conferences today. And then if that does happen, we'll definitely bring it to our audience.
Sure, I'm about to run for STEM press conference as well. So.
Absolutely. Once you get there, we'll link up again and we'll go from there. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much.
We all love you.